everyone, and welcome back to another lesson at the True North Success Studio. Today's lesson will be a continuation of Module 1. Like before, this video will be broken up into 3 parts. Part 1 will be numbers, but we will be adding more on, up to 25. Part 2 will be colors, and Part 3 will be family members. So, let's get started. Part 1 is numbers. Let's recap numbers 1 through 10, and then we'll go from 11 to 25. So, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need more of a detailed description of what each number is and the hand shape of it, go to my last video and I will explain all of that. Now, let's do 11 through 25. So you have 10 from here. You're gonna kind of flick up your pointer finger for 11. You'll do the same thing with both fingers for 12, for your middle and your pointer and middle finger, 12. 13, you'll put the thumb out and you'll do the same thing, 13. 14, you'll have the number 4 and then you'll do the same thing with all 4 fingers. 15, you'll keep the thumb out and you'll do the same exact thing as coming the fingers down, for 15. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now for 16 through 19, there are 2 variations on how to do it. So I'll go through both of them. Way number 1, you're gonna go from 10. So your knuckles should be facing outwards and your thumb should be going out. So this is 10 and then 6. So this is 16. Same thing for 17, 18, and 19. Way number 2 is a little bit simpler, and I choose this way because it's more fun and also it's quicker to do than just doing that. So you have your 6. You're gonna kind of flip it down a little bit so that the 3 fingers are flat, and you're gonna go shake 16. Reason why I do it, because it's quicker, it's just a shake. 16, 17, 18, 19. So instead of just doing that, you're just shaking it instead. Now, 20, you're gonna do your pointer to your thumb, 20. 21 is, you're gonna have that same motion as 12, but instead of doing the pointer finger, you're gonna do the thumb instead. So 21. 22, you're gonna just take a 2, and this is, you're facing it outward, but bounce, bounce. So 22. 23, same thing, but instead you're gonna do the thumb. 24, you're gonna do an L, and then a number 4 facing out. 25, L, 25. The reason why we're doing the L is that represents 2. This is representing our 20, and then whatever number from 24 onwards, that will represent the number that we are doing. So 24, 25, all the way up to 30. Now, once you get to 30, you can't necessarily do this anymore. So I'm gonna go through increments of 10 so that you know what to do with each number. So we know 10 is the thumb, and we know 20 is the pointer and the thumb. 30 will be a 3, 40 is a 4, 50 is a 5, 60 is a 6, 70 is a 7, 80 is an 8, 90 is a 9, and for 100, you're gonna take your non-dominant hand, and it's just gonna be a flat palm facing you, and then you're gonna take 4 fingers, you're gonna have your thumb outwards, and then you're gonna just place it on to the palm of your hand, 100. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit larger, you could go 1,000. So that was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1,000. Now, if you wanted to do a large number, such as 1,125, the number would look like this in sign language. 1,125. And another key thing to remember is as you're going up, when you reach 30 to 90, making sure that any of the double numbers, so 22, 33, 44, 55, and so on, you're doing the bounce with the numbers. So 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, and then 99. Just makes it easier, and then you would do whatever the number is on that. Now that you know all of the numbers, let's move on to colors. Now let's go into part 2, which is colors. The sign for colors, the hand movement is kind of just wiggling your fingers, and then you're just gonna put it in front of your mouth, and then you're gonna wiggle it. It's kind of like casting a spell. That's how I think of it. Colors. So now let's focus on the colors of the rainbow. Rainbow sign is just 2 4s. You're starting at one side and you're making an arc to make the rainbow arch. Now let's focus on the colors actually. So color, then let's start with red. Red is the letter R, and you're gonna just touch your lips to like mimic red lipstick or someone's color of their lips, red. Orange, the motion of your hand is gonna be just opening and closing your hand, but you're gonna do it by your face. This is why location matters, because if I do orange out here, this is actually a completely different sign. This is the sign for milk. If you do it here, this is orange. Orange, milk. Now, yellow. You're gonna take the letter Y and you're gonna shake it. Kind of like a surfer dude, the letter Y, and you shake it. Yellow. For green, letter G, and shake it. There's nothing more to that. Blue, shake. Same thing, the letter B, and you shake. Purple, you're gonna do the letter P, and you're gonna shake that. For pink, it's kind of like red, but you're not doing the letter R, you're doing the letter P, and you're touching your bottom lip, P. Now for other colors, tan and brown have the same motion, but completely different hand shape. So for tan, it's the letter T, and you're gonna go down your cheek. For brown, it's the letter B, and also going down your cheek. For black, it's kind of like what I taught in the last video for location and hand movement. We know how we went through each, that location matters, it was 3 different things, and how if you had a bent finger versus a straight finger, how it looked. So for black, you're gonna keep that finger long, and you're gonna go right across your head. So, black, without bending it. Now white, you're gonna grab your chest, and you're gonna come out and grab it. So, white. And those are all the colors. Now, let's move into family members. Now for the last part, we're gonna talk about family members. So for the sign for family, you're gonna have 2 Fs. You're gonna have your pointer finger and thumbs touching. You're gonna make a big circle going out, and you're gonna land with your fingers touching together. So again, 2 Fs, touching, out and around, close. So that's the sign for family. And now, before we go into the family member signs, you have to know what location everything is. So males are typically at the top of the head, because back when sign language was created, men wore top hats. And girls are at the bottom of the face because they wore bonnets. So for boy and man, they're all on your forehead basically. So for man, you have a 5, and you're gonna touch your forehead and then touch the center of your chest. And for boy, you're gonna pretend you have a baseball cap on and you're touching the rim of the hat. That's the one that I like to do. Now for girl and woman, you're gonna focus on the bottom of your face. So for woman, you have a 5 still. You go touch your chin, touch your chest. And for girl, you're gonna take a thumbs up and you're gonna go draw across your jawline. So girl, woman. Now for family member signs. Father and mother, same hand shape, but different location. So for father, you have a 5, father. For mother, same 5. And so parents, basically, if you want to specify one, you go wherever you want to go, either if it's father or if it's mother. If you want to specify both parents, you're going to go parents. Now for siblings, for brother, your non-dominant hand is gonna be in this shape, and you're gonna start up here, the same shape on this hand, start up, and you're gonna go down. So brother, sister. And if you wanna say siblings, you're gonna touch the top of your head, your chin, and then down. So brother, sister, siblings. Now, if you're referring to somebody's child, we would say son and daughter. The reason why we do this is because we're referring to somebody's child. If we just did these two signs, we're referring to a boy and a girl. So we would refer to somebody else's child as a son or a daughter. Now for extended family, you have grandfather. So the same motion for father, but since it's your grandfather, you're gonna extend your arm outwards after you tap your forehead. So grandfather. Grandmother, same sign as mom, but you're gonna do the same thing as you did for grandfather, but on the chin, grandmother. And if you wanted to refer to both grandparents, you would go 1, 2. So grandfather, grandmother, because those then are your grandparents. Now you have your uncle, so you're gonna do a letter U, and since it's male, you're gonna go at the top of your head and you're just gonna kind of go in a circle. So uncle. For aunt, you have A, and you're gonna go at the bottom of your face in the same circular motion. Now for cousin, since we don't know if it's male or female, and you might have multiple cousins who are both male and female, you would just do a C and go right in the middle of your face and do the same motion of a C. So now you know all of the family members. So let's recap everything we learned today. In part 1, we reviewed our numbers 1 through 10, but we added on 11 to 25 and increments of 10. In part 2, we learned about the colors of the rainbow and with some additional colors on them. In part 3, we learned about family members and we differentiated the locations on the face for male and female. For next week, we'll be learning about days of the week, weather, and finger spelling, which will be taking what you've learned in the first 2 videos and applying it to this one.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and there will be a link in the description to my website so you can find more amazing content. Bye for now.